You want to talk Paralympics?
Sure. Shout out to the Brazilian sprinter who wore like those cool, like old school Oakleys. I don't know if you saw that. That was pretty cool that he wore those. But medals and achievements. Gia Pergolini, I think I nailed that. Goes back to back and wins Team USA's first gold medal at the Paralympics in the women's 100-meter backstroke. Just short of the world record. Just short of it.
Her time was like a minute 4.93 seconds, and the world record's like a minute 4.64. So like literally, like she was
Right there.
right there.
Olivia Chambers wins gold. So Corbin
Corbin.
Best. Sorry, I'm skipping ahead. Corbin Best got silver in the men's 100 meter. Tied 47th, making it the first Team USA medal in this category ever. So shout out to Corbin. Olivia Chambers wins gold in the 400-meter freestyle in her Paralympic debut. Chambers began losing her vision in 2019, and she was when she was 16 and was declared legally blind. She was later diagnosed with mitochondrial gene deletion syndrome. So yeah, shout out to Olivia. I mean, she's still doing the thing with that.
Hmm.
And then Jaden Blackwell breaks his own world record and win gold in the 100-meter. Jaden Blackwell was born with cerebral palsy, and Ryan Medrano got the silver in the race. So Team USA went 1 and 2. So shout out to Jaden and Ryan on that.
Hmm.
Mallory Wegman, yep, goes back to back and wins gold in the women's 200-meter IM, and which IM stands for individual medley, which means that
Hmm.
they do all four strokes. For those who don't know what IM stands for and what it is, as far as the event, Julia Gaffney got the bronze. Wegman began T10 and 10 complete paraplegic after an epidural injection to treat post shingles back in 2008. Did I get that right?
I'm gonna repeat it.
Okay, because I
Weg-
kind of butchered that.
yeah, Wegman became a T10-10 complete paraplegic after an epidural injection to treat post shingles back pain in 2008. So we're kind
Ah,
of. I was trying to find some of the backstories for some of these athletes. I was able to find some of them, not all of them, but um, some of these athletes were born the way that they are, and others were due to tragedies here and there. But look at them; they're still winning gold
yep,
and being awesome. So shout out to them.
yeah. Daniel Romanchuk wins gold in the 100-meter men's 500,000 meter. Did I get that? Okay. And then Romanchuk was born with spinal bifida. I can never get that.
Bifida.
Bifida. I can never get that right ever. Um, with that, Jason Tabansky wins gold in men's individual in archery. Jason is an Army veteran where he suffered a spinal cord injury in 2015, causing him to be wheelchair bound, and is part of Wheelchairs for Warriors, an organization that provides custom fit, complex rehab mobility solutions to injured veterans, law enforcement, and first responders. Each chair is specifically tailored to each recipient's individual needs. Um, this is I'll go ahead and say it, even though you wrote it. I'm such a softie. I teared up when he saluted the flag and got emotional as the anthem played. Yep, that was all me. I wrote that. No one else did. Um,
But yeah, it's literally when the anthem was playing and like he just saluted and like tears were going down his eyes and then tears were going down my
yeah,
eyes and I was just like, damn, bro.
yeah. Dang. And then Matt Schultzman wins gold in men's individual compound in archery. He shoots the bow and arrow with his foot. Stuntsman was born without arms and holds the record for the longest accurate shot in the sport. He is also the first armless archer to win gold. So that's right. Suck it, Robin Hood. You don't need your hands. You can just do your
Hmm.
feet. Um, so that's really cool there. Roderick Townsend went back to back to back and won gold again in the high jump. Haley Dans wins gold in the women's para triathlon. She had gotten the silver in the last two Paralympics. So there you go, Haley. Way to stick with it. Hard work pays off.
Hmm.
Chris Hammer wins gold in the men's para triathlon. He was born without a left hand. Grace Norman wins gold in the women's para triathlon. Olympic Committee, I know what these words stand for, but could you make them shorter? Um, Now, but back to Grace. She wins gold in the women's paratriathlon. She won gold in Rio and silver in Tokyo. Morgan Stickney won gold in the women's 400-meter freestyle, while also breaking the Paralympic record. Stickney started off as an able-bodied swimmer and was ranked top 20 nationally for the 1500 meter at the age of 15. She then broke the bones in her left foot that would ultimately lead to its amputation. If you haven't watched this race, you should go and do it because she does her best Katie Ledecky impression by being so far ahead of everyone else. And yes, this is the thing is like Stickney, I'm glad she's able to compete because
Hmm.
all those 20 records that Ledecky has for the 1500, I'd like to
Yeah,
have seen if Stickney would have been there
right.
with that. So that is
And
a tough race.
I was reading about her. Her dream was to be an Olympic athlete. She looked up to Katie Ledecky. And all of this, and then unfortunately, she had the tragedy with her foot. And then the fact that she's still able to compete and is just so much better than the field
Right.
in the Paralympics. That makes me happy that she's still able to compete and do
Yeah.
what she loves.
Yeah. And then Ezra, always said French. Fretch has a come from behind victory and wins gold in the 100-meter. Fretch was born without most of his left leg and missing fingers on his left hand. So shout out to Fretch. Congratulations to all the winners. Yay! Suck
I
it to the
like
rest
gold.
and suck it to the rest of the world. USA, woo, America. But yes, no.
But
If you get a chance, go watch that Brazilian. He kind of went a little viral of wearing those crazy over the head Oakleys. That was
mhm.
cool back in 2002. By cool, I mean it wasn't, but people did it anyway. And that's just seeing people enjoy themselves and take all in the
Yeah.
Olympics of why the Olympics exist and why we like it.
And the fact that they're able to do some of these feats, like you're able to shoot a bow and arrow without any hands, like that's kind
Hmm.
of badass.
That is kind of badass. I mean, the only one I know of is that one girl that like can do a handstand and like take her feet
Mm-hmm.
over. She was a viral
Yeah, I've
person,
seen that one.
and
Mhm.
she can shoot it with her like her feet like that.
Yeah,
And then this guy's like, hold my beer, I'm gonna show you what's up.
right.
With that.
But
Now, a couple other things.
the two things that I've been watching in the
You lost it again. We're gonna get it back, and that's all she wrote. But yeah,
did I go away again? Because I
you went
wanted
away and you were
I
getting ready
wanted
to
to
make an amazing point about you watching these wheelchair.
yeah, I've been watching wheelchair rugby and wheelchair basketball because these athletes like being able to compete in a wheelchair and still like bounce the basketball and do all these amazing things is crazy. So I wanted to mention wheelchair rugby because these athletes are just as cutthroat, put their body on the line as rugby athletes without impairments. I wish we could show the video. I linked it down below. Um, there was this one of the scores that Team USA got. Like literally, the guy ended up like upside down and like wheelchair up everything. So like they care just as much and want to
Hmm.
like score just as much. And then they have their wheelchairs, which are like giant metal contraptions, like on top of them, and they're like, I don't care.
Right.
I'm a score.
Yeah.
So go watch that video. I put it down below. Also, I want to shout out here. Sarah Adam made history as the first woman to play on the U.S. wheelchair rugby team. So in the Paralympics, they don't separate it by gender. Men and women can play on the U.S. On the rugby teams, and this is the first time that we had a woman play for Team USA. So shout out Sarah Adam there.
Nice.
And then off to wheelchair basketball. We have over here. This is Steve. You get a triple double while you're in a wheelchair. Like the hell? But the men won their first game 66-56 with Steve Serio getting the triple double, 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists. The men then went on to beat the Netherlands 60-34 with one player on the Netherlands, Mendel Opdenorth, getting
Oh, you nailed that um, saying there.
damn it.
you're hitting that name, and then it would cut away.
Yeah, Mendel, Upton, Orth got 26 points. So think about this. The Netherlands only scored 34 points, and he had 26 of them. So
Yeah.
just imagine the rest of the team. Then the men won their third group stage game 76-69 against Australia. For the women won their first game 73-44, but lost to the Netherlands 69-56 with Mariska Beyer of the Netherlands dropping 34 points. So she scored as much points as the men did on their side. And then the women finished their last group stage game with a 62-52 win against Japan. So the men won all three games. The women lost one to the Netherlands, but won their other two. So I think they're going forward. I haven't checked exactly, but wheelchair basketball.
Wheelchair basketball, man. Yeah. It's always enjoy watching it because it's just so different. But it's unique and different in a good way. With that, so, and it's just I love basketball, so.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball. Now we're gonna kick and scream. Segway.